like anybody else. He had to work for his bread and many different things like anybody else. But from the spiritual point of view, he was not worthy of death because sin did not succeed going into him. Okay? So in that sense, he was a perfect man. Now this Jesus obeyed God to the point of being wrongly sentenced to the death of a sinner. Okay? So therefore, satisfying the justice of God, that death is the price for sin. A perfect man who don't deserve to be dead, who don't deserve to taste for death, and he was willing to die on behalf of others, paying the price of sin. Therefore, the cost he's paying is worthy to wipe away sins. See, the sacrifices which everybody does and trying to remove sin from their life is not successful in removing sin. But Jesus, because of his value of being sinless, because of his value of obeying God till the end, therefore the sacrifice he offered was acceptable to God as a cost for sin. And that is why the cross of Jesus is central in the Christian life. And that is why it is necessary for Jesus to die the death that God knew about it beforehand. And that's why his death was the key for those who believe in him and those who receive that sacrifice in their heart and accept it. They are entitled that their sin is paid for. You know, it is a cost for paying for the sin. You know, that is what the cross is in the Christian life. That's why it is central. That's why you remove the cross from the Christian life, you have removed the whole Christian faith. Now the dispute here is many people, not just Muslims, some other people also, they say Jesus did not die on the cross. I'm not, of course, Dr. Zakir will know better than me in details, but my part I say Jesus did die on the cross. And I'm going to, in the time available, now I just give you an idea why the cross is important, central in our life, because that death was the key for my sins to be removed from my life. It's a free gift from God. God paid the price himself. God himself paid the price. Therefore, what he pays is good and worthy enough to remove sin. Not like a sacrifice I would do. It is a polluted sacrifice because a sinner offering a sacrifice, a polluted sacrifice. But Jesus, a perfect man, offering himself, though as if he was a sinner. He was willing to receive the punishment of a sinner, but he was not a sinner. It is a sentence of spiritual death in me. He said, you don't die it, give it to me, and I'll take it for you. And now I'm going to just go through some of the historic things in the scripture. Some of them are indirectly talking about the death and the sacrifice of Jesus. Some of them directly, very clearly speaking, some of them indirectly. So I'll go through few things here and there as time permits me. Now, you know the first five books of the Bible are written by the prophet Moses. And the first book is Genesis. That describes the history of God created the earth and the first development of human beings in the old times in Babylon, etc. Now, one thing is, I'm sure some of you, most of you in school have learned, at least heard about the story of Adam and Eve, how Adam and Eve was created, and he had fellowship with God. There was no barrier between Adam and Eve and God. Therefore, God and Adam and Eve see each other. They talk to each other. There is fellowship, there is oneness between Adam, Eve, and God the Creator.